Sawasdee krap. I'm Michael New, your host. Welcome to Thailand Today. Thailand is set to host the Robocup 2022 competition, the world's largest international robotics competition that will see various countries battle it out using AI and robotics. It aims to promote robotics and AI research through publicly appealing competitions. To find out more about the upcoming event, we speak to Associate Professor Dr. จักริด สุธากร Dean of the Faculty of Engineering at Mahidol University and Board Trustee of the Robocup Federation. Sawasdee krap. Thank you so much for coming back on the program. I see you've got quite a fun topic for us today. What can you tell us about the Robocup competition?
Okay, so Robocup is actually, yes, like you mentioned, it's the world largest event for robotics in the world. We have like about 3,000 people from around the world, like from more than 40 countries come and join. So actually, they bring in the technologies and they come in like a kind of big workshop. Okay, all the competitors actually have the opportunity to share and compete and have a lot of the exciting things going on. Also from the technological side, like academia, researcher, they also support and enjoy this game. And the other part is actually industry. Okay, this is actually is a starting point of many robotics company and industry around the world today. And also the big company around the world also join this competition to do exhibition and also monitor, keep the good feedback, and also actually they come in to find the people to work with them too. Yes.
So it's not just robot soccer, but it's also a bunch of other robotics competitions in one place.
Yes, if we talk about robotics in the big pictures, we can split into two big leagues. One is called Robocup Major League. That is for more than 19 years old. So pretty much the team will involve with the student from the university, undergrad, graduate student, also researcher and professor and so on. And pretty much listen time, many company involved in terms of the support and join with the team. And the other league is we call Robocup Junior, which is under 19 years old. So pretty much the team and people who get involved may join from the high school and even junior high too. Okay, yes.
Which country has won the Robocup the most?
Okay, so actually when you mentioned that, if we talk about one single team, one team from the word team is mean that actually in Robocup that I mentioned two big leagues. And the big leagues, they are split into several leagues too.
Yeah.
So it's like total about 20 leagues, what I can say that. So I would say Germany is one of the leading
just
team.
like the real World Cup. Yep.
Yeah, university, not just university, the country. Part Thailand also very good, but in some certain specific league. Okay, Japan also very big impact in the Robocup, and Iran. They also join a lot of things in a lot of leagues in the competition too.
Bangkok is set to host Robocup for 2022. What kind of preparations have been made in order to get us up to snuff for this?
Okay, so actually to get the Robocup to be in Thailand, actually I took 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
Yes, we try to get into the tracks and make the offers and do the bidding and so on the way, okay, until now. And the government has fully support in terms of the policy and everything. So we just went through the cabinet to support that, okay, this Robocup is a national event, okay. So today until the Robocup 2022, which is about 1.5 years soon in the future, we have to prepare here. So of course, it's not about just to organize one event, but it's an opportunity that we can actually grow our community here to build the knowledge, make the people to understand more in robotics, prepare people to finally get involved into our robotics industry, like in the national policy, like new S-curve. Okay, so all the way here from today to there, we will have to kind of organize a series of events too. Okay, like start to let the people to know about this, start to recruit the people and give them knowledge about each single leagues. Pretty much like prepare our competitor, Thai representatives to join. Okay, and this is an opportunity that academia, student, and also industry can start to join from the beginning. Okay, because Robocup actually in the detail is about deep technology behind it, but they just put the game to make everything fun, and everyone go back to do their own work for 1 year and then bring back the good things that they have been developed to compete to each other, share to each other, and then do this and get the award, share, make friends, and then go forward.
Right, and then in that moving forward, you have the engineers, the scientists, the computer scientists, the programmers, everybody who's worked on this. They've learned so much in robotics that they'll be able to apply all of this in their following jobs.
Yes.
And maybe building robots that we use in our everyday lives in the future.
Yes.
I noticed you brought a couple pictures here. These robots look like they have sponsorships on them. Do the robotics teams have corporate sponsors?
Yes, actually, let me put in this way. I should give you the big picture overview of the Robocup. Okay, so like I mentioned, we have Major League for the older student and Robocup Junior League for younger student. So each league separate into 4 types. Robocup Soccer.
Yeah.
Okay. Rescue robot. Okay, which is Thailand very good with this. Robocup at home, which is a robot that used in the real situation, like in home, that you can talk to them and they can go pick up something for you in the house. And the last one is industrial, Robocup Industrial. Okay, so underneath each of these programs, actually, there are many challenges. Okay, such as sort of the technologies interface between people and robot, and also other things like how that the mechanism of the robot is working, and also the design and many things. So there are a lot of companies in the world, I think worldwide, they try to involve because they want to challenge also that if their sensor is good for this, if their robot, the whole robot, is good for this situation. So some big company, they even give you the robot, the whole robot, and then let you work with it, program it, do things, experiment with it for a year for free. Okay, and that is kind of the sponsor, and this is a real involvement that people come and join it. Yes.
Is there a lot of support from the public sector as well?
Yes. If we talk about the budgeting, about how to organize this program and like the series of events, normally it's coming together like from some part, the seed money, seed budget, maybe from the government agency, and then some part, of course, the public, especially private sector, they come in and involve, and this is like take really big part. And of course, the Robocup Federation themselves, they also support part of it. So this is a good opportunity and very important thing. This is a international event, and there are a lot of big companies, high technology companies, follow along with this event. So that means 2022 they will come to Thailand. At the same time, we also have a lot of people in Thailand that involved with the robotics industry, and also new coming like a startup company and so on. This is an opportunity that they can join and work together and do things together like exhibition.
I would really love to talk more about the specifics of each competition,
Okay.
but we have to take a quick break.
All right.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more of Thailand Today.
Thai people have made it through the COVID-19 crisis because we all stayed home for the greater good to stop the spread. However, the global economy is on the decline. Thailand is no different. All sectors need to work together to accelerate our recovery. The government sector will reduce taxes, lower interest rates, and promote the business sector. As for the people, we will have to adapt to the new normal. This means working from home, studying online, finding new means of income, and staying safe. It's only if we can all stay healthy that we'll have the power to move the nation and balance our economy once again.
Welcome back. You're watching Thailand Today. We continue our discussion with Associate Professor Dr. Grakฤษณ ศธากร Dean of the Faculty of Engineering at Mahidol University and Board Trustee of the Robocup Federation on Robocup 2022. So in the Robocup, there are 4 major types of competition. The first one, of course, being the Robocup Soccer. What are the rules of the actual competition?
Okay, so when we talk about soccer, I think it's one of the most popular game in the world for the soccer. So pretty much like that. Each team has their own robots dressed in their teams.
Okay.
Like
They have the colors and the jerseys.
Colors, yes. And then try to kick the ball to the other side, enter to the goal.
How big are the robots?
Okay, so when we talk about soccer, actually there are a lot of challenges. The goal actually, they want to have the full-size robot, like equally like a normal human. Okay, so but in terms of the technical, actually this thing is happened. I mean, Robocup is happened start from 1998, like more than 20 years ago. Okay, at the beginning, it's really challenge that the robot, like humanoid, like human, we call humanoid robot, stand and walk. Very difficult already at the time.
I remember some of the very first iterations.
Yes, so they split into several types to make the technologies available in many directions at the beginning. So one, of course, they make the full size, they call adult size, okay, like humanoid. So they just keep walking. That challenge. Today they can walk well. Okay, they can walk, they can do things, they can kick the ball, but slow. Next is about, they call teen size, okay, or kid size. It's about our race. Okay, so right now they can walk, kick, send the ball. The ball is a size smaller than regular ball size to other teammates, and then try to shoot the goal. And even the goalie can block the ball. Okay. I forgot to say one thing. Everything right now is automatic.
So no controllers.
No control.
It's all AI.
AI. They have their own eyes. They have the way to recognize who is who, where is ball, where is goal. Okay, and also the smaller one, they split into two more in the AI part. They, instead of have the robot walk slowly because they have to stabilize itself by 2 legs, they put it onto the wheel. Okay, so it can run very quick.
Okay,
may not be in these pictures, but they call it small size.
No, I think there was. There is a little picture.
Kind of similar to
so
this.
little. They're about this big.
Yes, about this big. It runs around very quick, and it has a big camera on the top, like from the ceiling, look down, so they can recognize which team we are and who is what. This is a forward. This is a middle teams, and so on. Goalie, and they shoot and send the ball, pass the ball between each other. This is the ball size, is about golf ball size. But the other one highlight of this thing, which is really can play well, is the middle size. It's not on legs, it's on wheel, but it's a size is about almost about human height.
Yeah.
But kick with the full size ball. Why I mentioned about this is highlight because every year at the end, the champion team, they have an opportunity to play soccer with the human, which is, yes, we try not to beat them a lot, so we get the kind of senior, like trustee and people that a little bit senior to play with the robot in team. Big crowd to cheer. Recently, the robot just lost to human 3-2.
Oh,
it's not bad, right?
That's not bad.
So
these are the full-size robots.
Full-size robot. AI is good now, and ability that they can recognize. And one thing, they never feel tired.
Of course, right.
And then so on.
Maybe they should all just line up in the net and have one robot go and kick.
Yes. And in parallel for the soccer, they also have sort of the simulation league.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pretty much the algorithm, the game, and how to show the play. And the technology is, at the beginning is 2-dimension, 3-dimension. Right now it's virtual. It looks like real, but in the animation way, but simulation. Okay, so I go further. Okay, let's say about rescue robot.
Yes.
Rescue robot actually, if we talk about Thailand, we have the very good history. Okay, about years ago, 10 years, more than 10 years ago, in Thailand we have very popular competition. At that time I also was involved in very much. I organized it, and we, as a Thai Robotics Society at that time, it's just young and fresh, everyone excited about this. So we organized the event, find the best team to be the Thailand representative to join the Robocup. Okay, so we have like 100 teams. I think it's one of the world largest team.
And this was just in Thailand?
In Thailand alone, 100 teams. That's about almost 15 years ago. Okay, so those kids to make those robots, and actually those team is very competitive. So Thai team won the championship to go to World Cup. We pretty much did very well.
So what kind of competition do you actually have to do in this rescue section?
Okay, so they actually mimic the situation, okay, and put with the, like a sort of the testing method. Like the robot actually has to be able to climb to the very difficult obstacle, like stairway, open the door, get through under the tunnels, and try to find the simulate victim. They put the small, like a door and something, and try to find, like either you can breathe, the victim still alive, make the noise and communicate back and forth. So the competitors, which is at that time is more like robotics. Okay, so the driver stays somewhere outside, and the robot just try to search the victim. That's kind of rule. Okay, we did quite well. Okay, but later on, after years and years, so the technology is going more. So right now they kind of make it more autonomous.
Okay.
So this is a part that many people, especially for like in Germany, so some part of Japan, they make it pretty well.
Right, well, especially
now.
Japan, which has all those earthquakes.
Yes,
this could be a very, very
this is really important
useful
for them.
thing because there's just not enough workers to handle it.
Yes.
And it can go into dangerous places.
Yes, and this one, as I mentioned, is because the Thai team, years and years, we won the championship.
Oh, hey.
Before, okay? So other thing also like Robocup at home. This is very interesting because the way that they organize, they will build like this kind of setup. They have like kitchen, bedroom, living room, and they let the robot run around. So you will be a part inside that room. You can talk to the robot. Please bring me the glass of milk. So they may have to go and
so it's
grab
like a robot
something
butler.
for you. Yes.
So it's like a butler off, but it's robots.
Yeah, actually, you can say like that. but there are a lot of technology behind that thing.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah,
complicated to do these little
image
things.
processing, navigation system, and so on. Okay, so the last one is industrial. Okay, industrial actually represent today that what we call industrial 4.0 or IoT.
Yeah.
And pretty much the robot will bring sort of the material from one station to the other station to do something, like make it better, fix it, go to the other station. While the robot communicate to each station another robot. It's kind of like a setup for industrial station.
And of course, I'm sure a lot of big businesses would be very interested in some of these new techniques.
Yes, in vice versa, for type of these robot in major league for adult, like a older student. For the young kids, they also have 4 type. Soccer quite similar, and nowadays I could say that it's really competitive, also autonomous, very difficult, but size of the arena is smaller. Okay, also have rescue robot. Rescue least difficult. Follow the line and try to find something more autonomous today. The other two is very interesting. One is called on stage. It's about creativity. The student, the kids come in and play something with the robot as a action, as a play on stage. So they make the story, the robot do something and create the story and let the people share and feel that this is a robot and human can actually stay together. The last one, this is very important, it's called co-space. The word co means that space means 2 parts of the side. One, the student can prepare the virtual robot in the computer. As a robot, you can control the robot like game in the computer.
Okay.
But the same programming actually can control real robot. And so, but the performance is definitely different. For real robot, the real robot maybe can
And there can be mechanical
sleep
failure
or whatever,
and
right?
Yeah.
So this is give the idea of
Yes.
the kids to understand
Yeah.
two part of the world. Okay.
Without actually building a very expensive robot, but at least they
yes,
have access
right.
to
So,
the beginning building
yes.
blocks.
So if I add a little bit, what is the result of this thing? Okay. Alumni, like I mentioned, Thailand, we have a very big number of teams.
Yeah.
Those people nowadays they become the entrepreneur. They become the startup company. We heard about, let's say, I talk about Pinto robot, the robot that used in the COVID situation made by the company under the Chulalongkorn University. Those are from these alumni. We have seen drone, big set of drone during like the very important days in Thailand, that they change the image to be a working image and so on. Those also from the student that used to be in the Robocup competition. In about the real world, many companies like Amazon, we see a lot of robots run around. They also from the alumni of these technologies and the people involved of this. That's
of course,
what I show you.
the techniques and skills you learn at a competition like this will take you far beyond just having fun, of course, because it's in that idea of competition where it really creates creativity and pushes you to places that you've never been.
Right.
How many countries are competing in 2022 Robocup?
The thing is, normally there will be about 3,000 to 3,500 registered people in the game, in the competition. But I could say that actually it should be about almost 10,000 that come in.
Wow, okay.
Because there will be a lot of supporter, but which is not the competitor. Okay. Support team, parents, and exhibition, and so on. A lot of things. Okay. So normally we have about 40, 50 countries that involved in this event. Okay. The thing is, it has been organized for 20 years, more than 20 years, but the COVID time, last year, it's supposed to be in Bordeaux, in France, but it couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So actually, they try to push to 2021. Okay. But 2021 also planned that they should not be able to do it. So will be the first virtual one. So everyone is excited and waiting to come to Bangkok 2022 Robocup.
Okay.
So really, when they know that we will be the organizer, everyone really excited. And
How can
like
Thai students get involved in the competition?
So in this case, from today to the next 1.5 years, we will plan to have the teaching kind of the workshop, and until the end that we have our own Thai competition to maybe around the end of the year or the early of next year to qualify which team can join the world competition. Okay, so of course, wait and see.
Yes.
We will have a lot of news and events that happen. Feel free to apply and join. Form your team, form your group.
Oh, anyone can join.
Yes, of course, and also that we have a lot of the private sector that they are willing to help and join to support, and also because at the end technologies will be available in Thailand.
Yeah.
More people will be in the industry. So the company, private sector, and also government will be success in their own way in terms of to build more people and industry to grow further. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much again for coming on the program. I am very excited about this event. I can't wait for it to come fast enough, and hopefully all the COVID is done by then. We'll be able to go out and cheer on Team Thailand and in all of these events.
Yes.
Thank you once again.
All right, thank you.
ขอบคุณครับ If you'd like to compete in Robocup, or if you'd like to just come out and watch, be sure to stay tuned and keep up to date on all of the latest developments on this really exciting competition. I can't wait. Unfortunately, we've now run out of time for this program, but thank you so much to Associate Professor Dr. Suthakorn, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering at Mahidol University and Board Trustee of the Robocup Federation, for talking to us about Thailand's next exciting role as the host of Robocup 2022 and how it aims to promote robotics and AI research. That's it for today's episode. We broadcast every Tuesday to Friday at 9 p.m. on NBT World and live on YouTube. I'm Michael New. สวัสดีครับ